right, in today's video, I'm just going to show you some updates I made to the EPP to kind of make it more efficient, more versatile for myself, easier to handle. In my last video, I mentioned things about their vortex and their box. So what I did was I went ahead, so first thing is I designed a new cabinet for it to sit up on. So this sits up about 42 inches or so that it's at a good height for me cleaning. I don't have to bend. Obviously, you know, depending on your size, you may want to adjust your size. But the reason why I also did this cabinet, because now I've made some modifications. You can see I kind of cut this out here to help with the flow of this, because my dust deputy is actually underneath here. Now I'll having some brackets made, so these brackets here will surround this and they'll hold that system up, and that way when I can release the bucket, it sits on some wedges there, and that way it'll drop out and allow me to easily access the container, keep it inside the cabinet, and then I just have the bucket that I can then mix my new stuff. And thinking through some solutions how then I could mix the new powder in there and do some sort of mechanical mixing, so when it comes out of the bucket, I can go right into my refreshed powder. So, okay. Also, if you remember from last time, I changed this. It had their attachment on, if you recall, this is the one that comes with the unit. And this here I printed, 3D printed, because now I could either add theirs on, but really I printed this one here, which then that's easier. And I'll show you why I feel like something more like this works a little bit better than their attachment. Although theirs works good for flat surfaces, it just doesn't get into the crevices like this tool. So do an adapter so you can print different attachments is probably a good thing. So you can see now also on this cabinet, so I have the sieve going directly down into here, which goes into here, and then any secondary then comes out through here. And now I've attached the secondary actually on the side of this cabinet with the air adjustment, and then my vacuum cleaner sits right there. So that way I immediately have that secondary in place. I do like the fact the secondary is there to make sure that we fully get capture everything before it hits the vacuum, which is very important. And I just ran this, just did a print job in cake, and so now I have some dust cleanup. But I did want to show you some up close why I think that attachment works better. Also, too, I redid my 3D printed caddy so these things don't fall over as easily. And I believe that's pretty much it. But those are some, potential solutions for you to make your desktop a little bit more easier. Especially, I just like the recovery system, because I'll be able to take that out as a bucket and be able to do some things with it. A lot easier to manage. This cabinet's just made out of 3/4 inch plywood, birch plywood. Pretty simple, pretty easy to make. So let me show you the close-up just of the cleaning tool real quick. And then really, that's about all I had for today. All right, so we have our vacuum adapter attached here. And I'm going to show you why this little 3D printed attachment obviously gets into the corners a lot better. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the vacuum here. And just, you can see that it just literally very easily gets all the way in those crevices, where that flat one just wasn't able to do that. So maybe in the future, Thomas and Pavel maybe include that with the kit. Pretty easy part to design yourself, of course. If I could do it, you definitely could. And you can see how it works pretty good. Just cleaning all your stuff. pretty simple. Like I said, now this tool here can be used to the flat area like we showed earlier. I think that covers it well, so it's not completely non-functional, but like I said, it's just that this other one is definitely a lot more for the crevices and stuff, which you're going to need to, especially when you get into your printer and want to get down really close to your dust guides for your rails so that powder doesn't get in there. So that's pretty much it. Wanted to share with you the modifications and some ideas for you all to use in your systems when you buy the EPP, which overall I think it's good. I just modify it to meet my needs, and overall I think you could technically probably build one of these yourself. Like I said, it's really a vibratory motor and some 3D printed parts. So that's it for today, and thanks for watching.